Good morning. So this is video 2 on PEMDAS, and you can see this is D, E, and F, which are a little bit longer, but as long as we're using our checklist, they're still pretty easy. So we're going to start up top with parentheses, and I see that I have parentheses here, but it's simplified, and I have parentheses here, and we have simple subtraction. 44 minus 8, go ahead and do that on your paper. You'll get 36. Copy everything else down. You might get kind of bored with copying, but it's easy, so be grateful. And as long as you're paying attention to your details, make sure you're lining everything up so that you don't miss anything. It's really easy to do a check after each step. Now, my parentheses are all simplified. I'm looking for exponents. I do not see any exponents, so now I'm looking for multiplication or division. I see division here and here, so I'm going to do the one on the left first. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Copy everything else down. Plus 14 divided by negative 2. I have division here. 14 divided by 2 is 7. A positive divided by a negative is negative. Protect that negative in the parentheses. Plus 9. Addition, my signs are different. That means subtract. My answer is 2. 9 has the greater absolute value, so my answer is positive. We just took a very long problem and made it down to 2, and that probably took us about a minute, maybe 2 minutes maximum. We're on to E. When you see a fraction bar that separates a big quantity of numbers on top or on top and on bottom, pretend that there are brackets around the top, meaning we do it first. There are brackets around the bottom, meaning we do it second. And the very last thing we do is the division from our fraction bar. So looking at the top first, inside my parentheses, I have 24 divided by 6. That gives me a 4. And now I copy everything else down, plus 11 over 3 on the bottom. I'm still working within my brackets on top, so I'm going to finish up here. 11 plus 4 is 15, and over 3. I'm done up top. I've simplified everything. I'm done on the bottom because it was simplified in the first place. My very last thing to do is 15 divided by 3, and that will give me an answer of 5. Again, we started with something that was intimidating, and within about 45 seconds, we were down to the answer of just 5. Let's go on to our last problem, F. Again, we start by making brackets on top. We know we're going to do everything on top first, then we'll solve everything on the bottom, and the very last thing we're going to do is our division. So we look on top, we have parentheses here and here. My parentheses in here is simplified. My parentheses over here, I have a negative 40 divided by 8. 40 divided by 8 is 5. A negative divided by a positive is negative. Copy everything else down. I only do one step at a time. That way we don't make mistakes and we can easily get partial credit. On top, I now have a negative 5 plus a negative 5. My signs are the same, so I'll add, keep it negative. On the bottom, I have negative 9 plus 2 to the third. We're done on top. It's completely simplified, so we go to the bottom. Are there any parentheses? Nope. Are there exponents? Yes, we have 2 to the third. Off to the side, we do our multiplication. 2 times 2 times 2. That's 1, 2, 3 times that we multiply 2. That's 2 to the third. 2 times 2 is 4. Times my third 2 gives me 8. I come back over here, negative 10, negative 9 plus 8. On the bottom, I have a negative 9 plus a positive 8. The signs are different, so I subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. My greater absolute value is with the 9, so my answer will be negative. On top, I still have my negative 10. Be careful with your negatives so you don't lose them. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. And 10 divided by 1 is 10. That's our answer. Again, this took us about a minute. These problems, once you know your addition, subtraction, and multiplication rules, should only be about 1 to 3 minutes. Thank you.